Hi, in this video I want to show how you can add technical metrics for your fault tolerance resiliency patterns basically for free without any effort if you use MicroProfile Fault Tolerance. So in the past I already created a video to show how you can use fault tolerance together with Java EE. And since version 1.1 of fault tolerance, it actually includes technical metrics being provided out of the box, at least if your runtime supports microprofile metrics as well. And this is what I want to show you. So here I have an example project that's called Instrument Craft Shop that uses microprofile fault tolerance. And just for an example, I added some resiliency patterns on my code here, for example bulkheads, on timeouts, circuit breakers, or also fallback behavior. You can have a look at that on either the documentation MicroProfile, how that works, or the project is also on GitHub. And what we then can do is, if we use fault tolerance in version 1.1, and if we configure our runtime to support that plus microprofile metrics, then we can actually get a lot of interesting and valuable information about the technical metrics of these resiliency features out of the box. So what we can do is that we can query the metrics endpoint of our server that gives us many metrics in the Prometheus format. And then let's query that a little bit better and sort it. So here we can see that this is actually being provided out of the box, and it includes the method name for the methods that are guarded with the resiliency patterns, and then all kind of interesting information. So this works if we configure our server. I use OpenLiberty here to basically include these features. So if our runtime supports these features, and then if we configure the endpoint to basically emit that information. And what we can do then is that we basically take a Prometheus instance, for example, and point it to that endpoint to scrape and get all of the metrics information. And what is also very helpful if we use Grafana, that there is a default Grafana dashboard for this fault tolerance version that acts as a very nice starting point and provides very helpful visualization because it knows all these available metrics. And what it does is I included a dashboard here that points to my running application. Then it will detect and know all of your methods that are guarded by fault tolerance. And then depending on which resiliency pattern we're using, including metrics for, depending on the pattern. For example, timeouts or circuit breakers and so on and so forth. And then you have a very nice out-of-the-box overview how your application is doing in production. So for example, what's fallback rate for this very fallback method when the circuit breaker is tripped, and so on and so forth. So I believe this is a very nice starting point that comes with basically zero effort on the development side. That's a very nice thing if we use MicroProfile Fault Tolerance version 1.1 and a runtime that supports these versions. Thanks for watching.